I think this might be our craziest thing that we've done on this channel. I am embarking on my biggest journey, my greatest journey, my biggest purpose in life, maybe my most delusional, but I want to recreate the Lirika Matoshi apartment jacket. I love this jacket so much. I've watched that Mia Maples video of her opening it and like putting it on and whatever, probably 20 times. I'm really not kidding. However, it is $920 US, and I love a challenge. So I think it could be so fun to remake this in kind of like a more personalized way. So using this as a template and inspiration, like I love the overall design of this jacket. I think it's so superior to like quite literally any other jacket on the market. I think it's so sweet, but I thought it could be fun to kind of put my own touches onto it since I do have the control if I'm going to make it. But anyway, this is how it's going to work. I've never really done an actual series on my channel, so I think the best way to do this is to do it in a series. That way we can kind of take our time through each section and really get into the nitty gritty of everything in case you also want to do this with me or you just want to do it in general. In this video, part one, welcome, we are going to kind of design the actual jacket. Each panel, I think there's going to be like 4 different scenes. So we'll sketch that out, get our ideas going there, kind of figure out what kind of fabrics we need. And then we are also going to try to look at fabrics for the actual base of the coat. And I'm assuming this will take a couple parts. So in parts 2 and 3, we're going to work on the jacket. All the little intricacies we're going to work on together, and then we're going to complete the jacket, style it, and have fun. That's the biggest thing. I'm so excited. Again, I'm feeling pretty diabolical with this, so we're in the big brain corner, we're gonna call it, because we have to do some thinking and thoughts and planning. So I wanna draw out every single little scene with you guys really quickly and explain what I'm going to do just so you know what kind of to expect in the next video. But also I want to be able to put a checklist together. So I want to know like each thing I need to get and each fabric that I need to order, because I think I'm going to order a lot of like little samples online because you're not going to need a lot of it. And after this, we can kind of get our checklist going, but let me explain my drawing. To start us off, this is the normal apartment coat, and I love every single bit about it, but I do want to make it my own just because I don't want to just jack it off. I always say I don't just want to rip off every single little detail as much as I love every single detail. And so I think I'm going to just try to change a few things where I see fit and kind of tailor it also to just my taste, because we can do that. That's kind of like the fun part of this. Starting with the bathroom, I definitely want to keep it in a similar vein as having like a curtain that moves. I think that that's really cool. So I'm thinking some sort of like plastic liner type curtain. That's just what I'm into right now. And I think because of the way it is, I could possibly change that in the future on it. I'm not sure. Like maybe even a Liberty fabric one I think would be really cool. And then obviously a bathtub, which I think is so cute. And then a little sink area and a mirror. The mirror is going to have like a reflective kind of fabric on it, like the original apartment jacket does. For the floor, I'm thinking some sort of different color to differentiate it from the rest of everything. And then on the original coat, it looks like they drew on the tile in the background. And so I think I'm going to stick with that, and I like that idea. And then 2 little rugs as well. Then we're going to move on down to the dining room. And as you can tell, I'm moving every room in a different area. So the bathroom and dining room is going to be on my left side of my body when it's on me. But and then keeping it with the 2-chair theme, I think that that would be cool. I'm not sure what color yet. I'm thinking something neutral, but if it's a color, maybe a toned down color. And then a table, obviously, maybe like a little orchid on the table. They have like tulips, I think, on theirs, and I like that idea as well. For the dining room, I think a cowhide kind of rug would be so cute, and so I tried to make a little cow print. These drawings are not good, by the way, I know that. Then for the light fixture, they had like a paper kind of looking lantern, like, you know, that one at IKEA, it kind of looks like this. But I've recently come across these like candy cane pendant lights, and I think that that would be super cool to try to make with some sort of shiny fabric. Now moving on to the other side, the top section, I think I'm going to have as the bedroom, and I want to, again, keep it pretty simple, just with a bed and a nightstand. And maybe instead of what they have on the top, I think I want to do 2 pictures, because that's how my current bedroom is set up. And so I think that that would be kind of cool to make it like that. And I also really want to add in my dogs somewhere on this. I would love to add in all 5 of my pets, but that might not be, we'll see when we're doing it. I would love to find some way, maybe in a picture frame I can put them in there. I don't know. I would love the dogs in the bedroom or on the bed, because that is very true to our real life situation. And again, just very simple. Maybe like a rug on there, maybe not, I'm not sure. And then for the last part, the living room, again, just a couch, some curtains that move, and a window with some sort of like film that they have as well on their window, and a plant, and maybe a wall sconce instead of a lamp. I think that that would be really cool, and a rug. And with that, here's kind of what my color palette is looking like. I'm thinking to try to stay in this vein. I do want it to be fun and colorful, but I would love a concise color palette. As for the construction of this coat, I think what's happening here, from this video that I saw on TikTok, they kind of look like they take each panel that they do and they make that little scene there, and they attach everything, then they attach that panel with everything attached to it to the jacket. I think that that's the best course of action. Obviously, that's what they do. They're the professionals. I'm going to also do that. And so as for checklists, this is what we are going to need. We are going to need a wool fabric, a wool coating fabric. I would love a little bit thicker of a fabric. So I'm going to try out, we're going to go to a couple of stores to find that later. Some sort of silky satin lining. And then obviously all of the little fabric that we're going to need for all of the things. So fabric samples that I can find online to buy, or fat quarters, and the embroidery thread for the detail around each panel, and then faux fur for the collar and for the cuffs. I think I'm going to do 2 different colors, like how they did. I'm thinking like some sort of pink and another color. I'm not sure what does pink go with. I'm thinking like pink and maybe like a tannish brown. I think that would be cool. And then obviously buttons. I think that's all we need so far. I'm not 100% sure. We will see as we go, obviously, but that's like the rough list. Obviously, I would love to keep this as cost efficient as possible. I might have to splurge on fabric. I know that. Other than that, we're going to try our best to utilize obviously like thrifted fabrics that I have already and things like that. So you will know the cost as we go through everything. I'll make sure to total it up for you guys at the end as well so that you know how much this will cost. And yeah, so I think we should go look for fabrics now though. This is the drawing board table. We need to figure out a fabric, the type of fabric that they use. I know it's a 100% wool with faux fur details, but the actual wool is what I'm trying to figure out what kind, because there's like no information online. Each piece is handmade, therefore unique, may vary slightly. From upcycled yarn, fabric, and embellishments, regular fit, 100% wool. It's definitely not a boiled wool. Like you can see that it's like a softer wool. Maybe it's a Melton wool. And I found on Stone Mountain and Daughter Fabrics, this kind of wool, which I'm sure there are different colors in, and it kind of looks similar. So I think we're just gonna start with the base coat fabric. I need to find a wool that will work. I'm thinking it's probably a merino type of wool or a cashmere brushed wool, something like this. And then if you look at like the actual construction of the jacket, it's more of like, it's like a normal coat, but it almost has like a little A-line swing coat kind of shape to it, which I think, first of all, I think that's what draws me to it so much. I love the length of it. I think it's perfect. However, did you guys know, okay, so this is the original one, right? It looks like this. All the little details are so sweet. I really want to make it my own because I don't want to just like, again, just knock off the entire coat, make it look the exact same as what they did, but make my own version of it. And so again, the shape is what we're going to keep. I like the idea of having some sort of fur collar, but as for the seams, I want to keep them different. And I don't know what color we should do for the actual fabric as well, because this is cream, but they also have it in black, which you guys look at this black version. This is so beautiful. And so I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to go funky and do like a light pink. That's actually going to stress me out. So I can't think about it too hard. But anyway, let's go to the store and just like see what we can find in person. All right, we're going to head into Haberman Fabrics. I think it's Haberman. This is in Clawson, by the way. If you guys are in Metro Detroit and you need a good non-Joann's place, they have a lot of fabrics in there, and I'm looking for a wool, like I mentioned. So we're gonna start here, I think. Let's go. I was so excited to walk in and see this. I was not overwhelmed with options, which is actually a great thing for me because I can't overthink it. I really liked this ivory, and I also liked this tan color. I definitely think I want to stick into a lighter range just because I think I'll wear that more. And the only thing that was stopping me from actually grabbing that this day was, first of all, it was $45 a yard, and second of all, it wasn't 100% pure wool, and so it was like I think 30% polyester or something, which I don't always usually care about, but I do know like depending on the kind of wool, it can be more breathable, whatever. And so that's why I'm trying to blend as close to the original as possible. But just in general, they have great selections. They did have a boiled wool, which is I believe 100% wool, and so I'm just, you know, I don't know, I need to think on it again for $45 a yard. Okay, one more stop. The good old faithful. I just want to see, just because at the last one, they had fabric. Obviously, it was very nice, very expensive. So I just want to see what they have here. I've never really looked at their wool. So, okay, you guys, this is funny. Yeah, because first of all, this is why we live in the middle of nowhere. We came to the city to find the other fabric store, and I'm trying to look over here. And I'm like looking. I think these are like technically the outdoor last chance fabrics, and so I was just curious because we literally cannot find the other stuff here. But like technically like something like this would work. Not for what we're doing, but like for a jacket, this is not bad, right? Listen, you guys, we are at our second Joann's, and I wanted to see what they had as far as wool goes. They have this wool right here, which is classic sportswear wool blend suiting, and it's 45% polyester, 30% rayon, 22% wool. At the last store, it was like 25% wool. Okay, that can't be right. It had to have been at least 60% wool, I think. But I'm pretty sure that the one at the last one was thicker, and that's where I'm getting, because it's like just not super thick. And so I'm concerned. I don't know. I think I should look online. Little fabric update. I didn't end up with any fabric. Okay. I think I'm going to end up going back to the Habermans and seeing about their wool. I liked that one. It was a wool blend and I think it was like $44 per yard. I want it to be a nice fabric. I want it to last long and I want it to feel good and look good. So like, I get it. In the same breath, I was hoping to find something closer to 100% wool or as close as possible. And I've been looking at thrift stores for blankets to turn into jackets that are wool, but I haven't been able to find anything. And then on eBay, I just don't want to run out of fabric and not have enough, or I just want like the flexibility, you know, if I need to go back and get some more, whatever it is. And I'm willing to buy fabric online. I just hate it because I can't feel it. I want to feel it and see how thick it is, you know? But either way, it literally seems like even online, it seems really hard to find 100% wool fabric unless it's the boiled wool, which if you guys know more about wool than I do you think that, like, I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is a boiled wool on the Lirika Matoshi one, but I just don't think so, but maybe. What do you guys think? I would love to know down below, because again, I've never really worked with, I don't do coding a lot, and so as of right now, I'm leaning towards the Haberman fabric one, and so I think that I'm going to wait and see what you guys say, and then I'll go grab that before the next episode. But at least I know I want an ivory coat at this point. I really liked the ivory in person, and I think that that would serve as a really nice base. So anyway, next time you see me, I'll at least have fabric in hand, hopefully. Anyway, this is the end of the first part of this video. I know we didn't get through much, but I think that we actually got through like really important things. Next time we'll get the fabric and actually start this project. I think we're gonna start with the base coat and then we'll do each panel one at a time. I think that that's maybe the best course of action. Let me know what you think on that, because I really do want this to be a communal project and fun for everybody involved and you guys watching. I don't know if you can feel comfortable giving your advice or your opinions and things like that, because I'm super willing, because again, I've never done anything like this before. I've been sewing for a few years. I am by no means a professional. I think for each panel, it's going to be very time consuming, but skill level more doable. And so I'm looking forward to that. I just think all of this is going to be really fun, to be honest. And so I'm excited. I hope you guys are. I had mentioned this a few months back. And so anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. The next two parts are going to be very exciting. And if you've done anything similar to this, please let me know down below if you have any tips or anything. I would love to hear them. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Love ya. Bye.